Aloha, it's the kid, 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 it's the kid. We're here, guys. It's the end of the month. It's the end of the month, which means that, you know what? So, you know what? Why don't you give you guys a little bit of a live little Q&A. So this is the Q&A that we're doing, pumping in the average. Remember, guys, Monday, there's still going to be a members hangout that's going to happen. Remember, guys, join up and become a member. Join up, become a member. Support your boy and be part of the full-on content crack addicts. My Patreon peeps. Patreon content is going to be dropping this week. It's going to be dropping this week very soon. And I think I put it on some of the videos. You'll see, or if you go to my Twitter, please help support our boy Patrick, who's obviously normally a panel member as he's trying to fight cancer, which is okay, very serious thing. So please go to my Twitter page on my homepage and talk to me about that. So guys, I hope you better have your meal. You better have your damn meal. And please, everyone, if you're in here, like that vid. I'm going to be here for about an hour and a half. I'm going to be here for about an hour. I'm going to be about an hour and 50 minutes and everything. So guys, prawns, butterfly prawns. Leho. Shout out to my Chinese peeps out there. Shout out to my Chinese peeps out there, man. Got to put some lemon onto my things out there. My Leho peeps, what up, baby? What up to my Leho peeps, baby? And then we're going to be up in that piece. Remember, guys, what was it called? Like that vid, man. So, what are we saying here, man? Oh, okay. Let me try and reduce this right here. Okay, there we go. Can Arsenal beat Madrid? Yes, they can. Are Arsenal favorites to beat? So that's right. So let me just start there. Are they favorites? Are they favorites to beat them? No, they're not. Let's be real. No reverse jinx. Real are favorites. The second leg is in Madrid's home, and Real Madrid will be expected to win the game. Let's start there. Boom. Can Scunthorpe beat Madrid? No. Can Southampton beat Madrid? No. The key question is, see, there's a difference between will and can. Will Arsenal beat Madrid? I'll probably say no. Can they beat them? Yes. There is a game plan and there is a blueprint that Arsenal can have to beat Real Madrid, especially when you put into the fact that your boy Saka has come back from injury. Because what we'll have to realize is this. If this was the 2010s, Arsenal have zero chance. This is not a great Real Madrid team. They have individual and finishers, but even Madrid fans will tell you that, like, no, this team has weaknesses. This team have had issues. And one of their most important players in Vini is having a pretty bad form. That last Champions League, Vini was key. The Champions League before, Vini scored the winning goal. And I'm going to say right now, if Vini is not at his very best, Real Madrid can't win this Champions League, and I'm not sure whether Real Madrid can beat Arsenal. That is how important Vini is to Real Madrid. So, but my thing is that for Arsenal, you have to understand for Arsenal is, look, they have to have a perfect game. They need to win the first leg, and they need to do something in the second leg. Simple as that. But if you look at Arsenal defensively, how good their keeper is, how good their defensive line is, and if they can counter, basically the main thing is defense first, hard to break down. And if their transition game is on point and they're coached well, Arsenal can beat Real Madrid. Let's not get it twisted. This isn't a case of like, oh, it's impossible. There is a scenario where Arsenal can beat Real Madrid, but Arteta has to get his tactics right and Arsenal have to be amazing. Here's the key thing, and I'll end it here. Real don't need to be at their best to beat Arsenal. Real Madrid can play badly, not be too well. A few players can be out of sorts and they can still beat Arsenal. For Arsenal to beat Real Madrid, they have to have a perfect game. If Arsenal don't have a perfect game or a near perfect game, they can't beat Real. Real don't need to be perfect to beat them. So for Arsenal to beat Real Madrid, tactically and performance-wise, they need to be perfect, pretty much. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying, man. Shout out to your boys. Remember, guys, hit the like button, guys, man. All right. This is interesting. Let's see. In life, you always want to readjust. The notion was, Stegen was going to be, no, Szczesny was number 2. Smoker, doobies, weed merchant, retirement plan. He was supposed to come in as, okay, a secondary guy. Ajuj, what happens in this Champions League is going to be very key. It's going to be very, very key. What if Szczesny is amazing and is key for either Barca winning the La Liga or did I say the Champions League? Okay, let's get. What if Szczesny is key for Barca winning the Champions League? Flick would be stupid to be like, oh, but Stegen has been here for a long time and he should know. If Szczesny is really good and is amazing for the remainder of the season, you look at the summer and you assess. It's simple as that. You look at the summer and you reassess. So the answer to this is it depends on what happens in these 3 months. Now, if Szczesny is a brick and he does a low-risk carries in a UCL game or in a La Liga game, or he does a carries on Wednesday against Atleti, then it's back to normal settings. So this really depends upon what he does. But Stegen needs to understand this. You don't have a divine right to be the number 1 keeper. And Szczesny, he was shaky to begin with, a bit dodgy. He's having some very good performances. I think in one game he was man of the match. So if Szczesny keeps on getting man of the match awards and becomes very key, and we know that Stegen has come under fire recently, bro, Stegen, don't assume you're going to be number 1 when you come here next season. It's as simple as that. Thank you for the like. Remember, guys, man, feel free to send in a dub. Remember, guys, this is the end of the month. Guys, it's the end of the month. Shower your boy with some love. Send in those debins, because, man, remember, the dubs and super chats helps to promote world peace. I've quit OnlyFans. I've quit racial, although I'll be back in a few months. But this, just support your boy. Support your boy in this end of the month, man. So, our first Dubinsky, man. Shout out to your boy. Shout out to your boy, LSK Laxon, man. So, let me read that. Guys, if you're ever feeling down, motivation lacking, energy low, no friends, broke as F, and feeling like ending it all, just remember. You know what? Let's pause here. Let's pause here. Let's pause here. So, guys, I'll be real with you. Recently, I was feeling a bit down about being bald. I was like, you know what? I'm seeing all these people with hair. I'm seeing all these like dreadlock mentioned that, well, you don't have dreadlocks. That's your avatar was fake. And you know what? I'm feeling down. You know? I'm bald, but I was on YouTube just searching, and then I came across Stone Cold Steve Austin, like his podcast, and I was like, damn, I forgot how cool Stone Cold Steve Austin looked and how iconic he was as a character. And when I just saw him, I was like, and you know, literally right now, I'm actually going to go to eBay and buy a 316 shirt because I'm like, no, being bold is cool. Being bold is cool. And like, when I look, because lie to me and tell me Steve Austin is not one of the coolest people in the world. Just lie to me and tell me that Stone Cold Steve Austin isn't one of the coolest creators and coolest characters we've ever seen. So, if you're bold and feeling down, remember that Stone Cold Steve Austin is bold, and he's literally one of the coolest characters ever created. So, YSK, screw you, you prick. And YSK, by the way, I'm going to be doing some research on Mexico and on Sri Lanka very soon. So just bear in mind, I'm going to be doing some research on things in Sri Lanka, bro. So what else are you guys saying? Thank you, bro. Oh, I'm going to post it on YouTube. But let me just remember. So, guys, me and Ricardo, we have a new pop-up podcast. So if you go to Spotify, you go to Apple Podcasts and type in Old Head Goats. Old Head Goats. We have a new podcast out. Again, I'm just in the midst of just cutting clips, putting out some stuff out there, but we have a new podcast where we compare goats of my generation with goats of his generation, maybe your generation as well. Because I think Ricardo is just a few years older than most of you guys here. So we've done the first episode. And the first episode, was a little bit light because I just want just a little jab, and then we're going to be a lot more intense as things go forth because we're doing Cristiano, Nazario, Van Dijk, Maldini, Jordan, LeBron. What's going to do that? Probably never going to say MJ and Drake because people are calling Drake MJ. People have been calling Drake MJ, even Beyonce. So it's going to go even beyond football, beyond sports, and just about goats of the previous generation, my generation, and goats of this current generation. So yeah, go check it out. What's it called again? Old Head Goats. Old Head Goats. All right, what else are you guys saying, man? Can a Paris derby reignite League 1? No. The only thing that can reignite League 1 is personnel. Remember, they need personnel. The issue with the French league was you had all these star players coming into one team. Cool. But we're all here to watch Neymar, Ibra, Cavani, Marco, Messi, Mbappe. What makes a great league is where, 4, 5, 6 guys, hot top guys. Saudi have the right idea. The issue with Saudi is you have guys who are washed up. If you had gotten 2019, 2020, 21 Benzema, woo! But he got Benzema after he sold his soul. How's your boy Cardo? So, I need more. Which team has surprised and disappointed the most this season? Surprised? You know, 87. That surprise thing. Okay, okay, I have a few. Bologna. The fact that they lost Mota and are above Juventus and they're still in the top 4 is just crazy. Nottingham Forest, obviously. What are we saying here? La Liga, German League. So, but I think the biggest surprise is because I didn't really think PSG were going to beat Liverpool. See, let me see what PSG do. But PSG beating Liverpool and in the manner that they did, that was a surprise. So PSG is like a semi-surprise, but I'll have to take that away if they lose to Villa in the quarterfinal. Disappointed. You've got to put City at the top. I mean, you can't spend the GDP of 4 countries in January and you're struggling to make top 4. And the only trophy you can win is a Football Association trophy. That's an L. That is an L. Whether you like it or not. That's a full-on L. So, um, outside of that, oh, Juventus, 100 Juventus for sure. So, City, Juventus, um, I might throw Milan up in that piece. I might throw Milan up in that piece. Yeah, I'm going to throw Milan up in that piece because you still have because Milan. Correct me if I'm wrong. AC Milan, you're below Bologna. This is AC Milan with what was with your boy. If you look at it, you've got Pulisic up in the gear. You have a layer up in that piece. You have players up in that piece, and you're struggling to make top four, and you can't beat some Dutch team. So yeah, very very disappointed in those guys, man. Um, shout out to your boy. Let's get again. Michael J. Jackson, YSK Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Lakers and. But you know what the funny thing is? I bet you that your name is not even really YSK Jackson. That's probably just a lie. Now, I could say something very rude, so I'm not going to say. All I'm saying though is, for a guy who is half Mexican and half Sri Lankan, your name is YSK Jackson and you have dreads. Something doesn't match up here. Something just doesn't match up here. Mexicano, Sri Lanka, YSK Jackson, dreadlocks. Reveal thyself, basically. Live in truth. That's what I'm saying. Live in truth. Live in truth. Um, Shout out to your boy Daddy T, man. Remember, guys, talking tactics. Remember, guys, talking tactics, man. That's our podcast. Me and your boy Danny T. Obviously, that's his real name. Let's say, what is that an image of? Look, it's Danny T. It's the end of the month. I thought, let me have a meal. My butterfly prawns from a local Chinese Chinoise dudes. Let me just have a meal. Do a little Q&A for some guys and just say what's up, But yeah, man. Shout out to your boy. Remember, guys, Talking Tactics podcast, bro. Up with that piece, man. Should Madrid go for Klopp or Alonso? Okay. Let's say, because Klopp, I believe he's on a sabbatical. So I don't think Klopp is looking to get back into football. But for argument's sake, for the sake of the question, let's just say Klopp is available. Klopp or Alonso? Um, that's a good question. Let me think. You know what? Thinking of what will fit Madrid best. Klopp. Now, Alonso, back three, wing backs, has a particular way of playing, which I think can work. You give him a summer, let him just reorganize things, rejig things. He can now say what's up. Klopp's mentality and his psychology, I think, works hand in hand with the Real Madrid ethos, personally. Because you have to understand that Perez is still head honcho. What Perez is about. And Klopp is always attack, move forward, very, very proactive. You know, so is Alonso as well. A very attacking guy, but I think Klopp even more so. And I just think that with the guys emerging, you have Endrick emerging, you have Goller emerging, Bellingham, who's still young. People forget Bellingham is still young. I think with the players that Real Madrid have and just their psychology, I think Klopp's mentality would work best for Real more so than Alonso. Um, so that's where I have it there. Now, if you go for Alonso, see, guys, 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2. So look at what Alonso's doing with Leverkusen. Imagine what he could do with Real Madrid. I call that the David Moyes complex. All because a manager does really well with like a small team that doesn't do anything. Doesn't mean when it comes to a different environment, different players, different expectations, he will do the same thing. Don't assume that. What remember, the expectations of Bayer Leverkusen are not the same as the expectations of Real Madrid. So Alonso being within the Real Madrid environment and those expectations are very different from being in the Bayer Leverkusen paradigm. They're very different, and so because you have to be real, like there's some guys who may not do well under pressure. Bro, nothing is expected of you at Bayer Leverkusen. Anything is a bonus. Leverkusen are not expected to win the league. They're not expected to win the Champions League just to compete. At Real Madrid, guys have been calling for. Think about this. Ancelotti won the league and the Champions League last year. Let me say it again. Ancelotti, the current manager, won the league and the UCL last year. And Madrid fans are calling for his head. There is a guy in our community whose name is Ancelotti out with an X sign as his avatar with the Ancelotti image. That is what you're coming into, Alonso. So that's it. So Alonso needs to realize that, bro, if you come to Real Madrid, this ain't a thing of, okay, we are the underdogs, we'll just keep on trying. Nothing is expected of us. What a surprise. But no. You come to Real Madrid, you expect to win the league. You expect to win the Champions League. And if you end up trophyless, you're in the hot seat about to be sacked. That's just the name of the game, and that's just the reality. Unlike my Bombers club, these guys out there, there ain't no project or process at Real Madrid. It's called GID. Real Madrid is about GID. You win now, not tomorrow. No, you win yesterday. Forget today. You win yesterday when it comes to Real Madrid. It's what it is. So that's my thing there, man. And so, let me say to the business. Shout out to where we are. Shout out to hey, how's your boy? Thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the $20 dub. Thank you, bro. A little more than a year out from the World Cup. What if we get the CR7 versus Messi final? All right, let's pause here. Let's just pause here. Hold on. Let's pause. Now, before I answer this question, let me give you a little preface. I was thinking, I always have this football date. So football is in my head 24/7. I'm like a psychopath. I was thinking today, most players participate in 3 World Cups. Most. Think about it. There are very few players who've been starters in 4 World Cups. Most do 2. Very few do 3. Not many do 4. Do you know that? Hold on, this is going to be what? Messi's 6th? Because this is going to be his 5th as a starter. So 10, 14, 18, 22. Remember 06 he was on the bench because because Tevez, Crespo, and Saviola were ahead of him in 06. So he's been a starter in 4 World Cups and is about to be a starter in 5 World Cups. Cristiano, 06, 10, 14, 18, 22. Cristiano Ronaldo has been a starter in 5 World Cups. That is insane. Let us pause it. That is absolute insanity. Like, because I just pause and say, wait, do you know what it means? Where there's a 4 years gap between each World Cup to be a starter at 5 World Cups. And bro, because remember, his first tournament was Euro 04. So he's been a star player and a key guy for Portugal since 2006. See, '04 he was the young buck, but '06 he was okay. This is our main star player since '06, and he's been a starter at 5 World Cups, and this is about to be number 6. That is insane. So say what you want about Cristiano and everything, that longevity and relevance is absolutely insane, and you can't hate. You can't hate that. That's insane. Now let's get into your question. Get into your question, man. First of all, the likelihood of this happening, I think, is very unlikely because you have to look at both teams. Argentina have a great chance of making the final, 100%. And I already put out a video. Argentina have a very good chance of going back to back. This Portugal team, there's talent there. They're not that great. Spain are better than this Portugal team. Argentina are better than this Portugal team. England are better than this Portugal team. France are better than this Portugal team. Germany. So there are so many guys I would put out of this Portugal team that I don't think Portugal gets past the quarters. They just don't. And the issue is you're getting a washed up Cristiano. See what Cristiano is doing right now is trying to get to 1,000 goals. He is not this isn't '06 Cristiano or 2018 Cristiano where this guy was a top tier elite player. So when you look at Portugal's elite guys, Leao, who has still not shown up. What? Gonzalo Ramos? Bruno Fernandes? So when you look at the guys, there are good players there, but as a unit, these guys can't get to a World Cup final. So first of all, we don't know how the groupings are going to work in terms of the brackets. But however the brackets work, the CR7 Messi final can't happen. This is the reality. The best chance, and this is what people need to accept, the best chance of this was 2022. It was right there. Surely you can beat Morocco. And if you beat Morocco, you've got France. So you beat Morocco. If you beat France, you're right there. And that Portugal team, based on their talents, with a France that didn't have a Kante, didn't have a Pogba, didn't have a Matuidi, had a bombing goal. That Portugal team were very capable of beating France. So that was the best chance of having the dream CR7 Messi final. So the fact that it didn't happen in 2022 with less teams. So this one with less teams. Because when you now have more teams, it's much more complicated. So with that in mind, it's we're not getting that. It's not happening, bro. It ain't happening, man. No way. LSG, PSG. Bro, wait. This Lakers in 5. Lakers, they're not even these guys ain't doing anything this season, bro. So that Lakers in 5 doesn't mean anything. So, speaking of PS3, or more PS3, I've been playing God of War Ragnarok. That game is quality. That game, God of War Ragnarok, is absolute quality, bro. Absolute quality. What are some legendary football players that you don't like? In what sense? That I don't like them. In what sense? AK, don't say that about Ronaldo. AK, don't say that about Ronaldo. Please don't. See, don't like is harsh. Is Ibra considered a legend? Now, it's not that I don't like Ibra. I just don't think Ibra is as good as people make him out to be. That's my thing. So I think Ibra is overrated in how people rate him. Because for a guy to be that talented on the teams that he's been on, to have never reached the UCL final is there. So I think there's that. But I think apart from that, most legendary players are like, again, I don't dislike Cruyff. I don't. I think Cruyff, the coach and the manager, is more iconic than Cruyff, the player. So I just because again, I watch clips of Cruyff, and bro, I used to have World Cup cassettes. I had the World Cup tapes of all the World Cups, and I look at Cruyff, okay, fine, it's a pretty cool Cruyff tone, but I think Cruyff the manager is more iconic than Cruyff the player, and I think the Netherlands team and Rinus Michels is more iconic than the Cruyff the actual player. That's just where I stand with that. But it's not that I dislike him now. What do you call it up here? So yeah, I'm still reading. I'm still reading Naruto. I need to still finish the book, and I'm gonna get back to Naruto. I'm gonna get about there. Ricardo, relax. As I saw over there. Chelsea sack Mascara, and you have the choice of Rooney, Lampard, or Gerrard for the end of the season. Who would you? Tommy, bro, my Welsh brother, my fellow Welsh dragon. Why would you do this to me? My fellow Welsh dragon. See, I wish I could speak. As my fellow Welsh dragon, why would you do this to me, bro? It's between Gerrard and Rooney. It's between Gerrard and Rooney. Because Lampard is not even in. It's not even there. This is a messed up question. It's between. It's definitely not Lampard. And how to pick? Screw it. I'll choose Gerrard because Rooney. I think Rooney's record has been trash, and Rooney has no top tier experience. Now Gerrard's top tier experience is trash and everything. I mean, give me the ball. Fine, but again, I told you this is a Sophie's choice. It's a Sophie's choice. Lampard. That's under no circumstances do I want that guy anywhere near my club. I'm rolling with Gerrard. I'm rolling with Gerrard. Tough decision, but I'm rolling with Gerrard. It's the lesser of all evils, in my view. The lesser of all evils. That was a messed up question, bro. Very messed up, bro. Shout out to your boy. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for the job. Nations League and Euros. What's the difference? People care more about the Euros and the Nations League. I think Nations League people are still in two minds, and a Nations League trophy doesn't. A Nations League trophy is not. So when you talk legacy, so it's about World Cups, AFCON, Euros, Asia Cup, Copa America, league title. That's legacy talk. Heck, you can throw in a cheeky Confederations Cup. You could throw in a cheeky Confederations Cup. Nobody's counting a Nations League as part of your legacy. No one is. Nobody is. No one is. So my thing is the European Championship is an official trophy that is fully respected, that represents the continent of Europe. So it has history and it has integrity. The Nations League was literally just created recently to make people care about these glorified friendlies. So no, the Nations no. Sorry, no, not happening. Mikey, thank you, bro. Which league will Felix terrorize next? Okay, here's the thing, guys. I may have to take up my stocks in your way. Yeah. I believed in him. I trusted him, but I still believe that there's a player. In the words of Kenny, there's a player there. In the words of Kenny, there is a player there. But I think I'm gonna take my stocks from João Felix. It's been too long of where you've not had sustained impact. So if you've taken this long, and how old is the dude, like 20 something? If you've been this long, you've not had any sustained impact, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. So yeah, I'm taking my stocks out of, bro. Your ideal front three for Chelsea next season, but he still has an amazing brain. I don't care. His brain is still crazy, but here's the thing: you could have the most amazing football brain, which is what Felix has. This is a game about results. And if you don't show results, it doesn't matter. Talent means nothing. Football brain means nothing. It's about impact and effectiveness. Simple. Um, your ideal front three for Chelsea next season. You said ideal. Now, is it ideal in terms of what? Okay, no. You said ideal. So, so, so you've got Palmer. So Palmer as like the number 10. Then, so you said okay. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you like dream ideal and realistic ideal. So this is dream ideal. Dream ideal is striker Alvarez. On the right, Yamal. On the left, Rodrigo. And then I keep Palmer. That is my dream ideal. Dream scenario, Disney Plus, if you wish upon a star. That is my dream ideal. Now, let's now wake up from La La Land. My realistic ideal is Osimhen, striker. On the left, can we get a cheeky Leao bid? Because as we've seen, Sancho has been a wash. Cheeky Leao bid. On the right, here's the thing. Rodrigo, do you want to be a superstar or do you want to be a glorified side chick? So, I know you love Real Madrid. Do you want to be a starter? A starter for UCL heritage. A starter for UCL heritage. Do you want to bring that UCL heritage and bring a great club back to greatness? Rodrigo, come. Rodrigo, junior boy. So Rodrigo, say what's up on the right. And then Wisecat, I'm going to ignore your dub. I'm just going to ignore your dub. So what's up on your right? So and then Cole Pina. So that's my. You know what? That can go. So give me Vic. Give me Vic. Because Vic is cooking. If you look at that thing, Vic is cooking. So give me Vic. Give me Leao on the left. Palmer on my number 10. And give me Rodrigo on the right. Treble. Easy treble. Easy treble. That's an 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 easy treble, bro. That's an easy treble. That's an easy treble, man. That's an easy treble. But the reality is, Kojak, Mad Wake, Drill Album, and Cole Palmer. That's the reality that we have here. So yeah, or rather, Snowbunny Merchants, Nonny Mad, Drill Album, and Jermaine. That's the reality for it right now. So it is what it is, man. So what did these Dubinsky guys say, man? Shout out to Central C gave the Naira a shot. Central C, we thank you for recognizing the Naira. It is currently struggling, but we're pushing up. Wisecat told you, bro. I'm going to be making some Sri Lankan jokes right now because it's been going on for too long. And make a George, man. Thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the dub, and make a George. Thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the support, bro. What's the conversion on that? Emeka George, thank you for the dub. As we say in Yoruba, Eshe. All right. What else? Remember, send in those dubs, man. Send in those dubs. Very sure to watch now. So when you get a new iPad, it comes with 3 months of Apple Plus. And I wanted to watch Severance, which is a really good show, but I had gone out of it. So shout out to your boy Severance. So as a basic shows of right now, the studio. So Severance, pretty good. The Studio, really good. Oh, and I said this before, guys. Trust me, this is the best show right now, and I think they just finished season 1. Common Side Effects. Thank me later, guys. Because you know me. common side effects. Watch it. It's an amazing show. This guy finds this mushroom that can cure anything, which could now mess up the medical industry in America, which is all about pretty much gaining money. It is a great show. Absolute great show. I think it's on Max. It's on HBO Max. Great show. So that is the best show right now. It's called What's a Common Side Effects. Amazing show. All right. All right, what else we say, man? Which current players do you think would be better in the past? Ooh. Which current players do you think would be better in the past? So look at what he said is better. You know, you see, but he's not a current player. But I think Ozil would have been more appreciated if he played in the past. I think once Ozil was hitting his peak, football was changing, and there were no spaces for a kind of a luxury player like him. So even if people still say, man, Ozil, I think Ozil would have been far more appreciated and far more praised if he played in the past, because his peak coincided with how football was changing. So I think Ozil is one. But you said a current player would be better in the past. I can't really think of that would be better. So I'm trying to think of somebody who is maybe like mid. My God, Ricardo, bro. Nah, I think for me the only one I can think of is really. I mean, I know it's not current, but near current. I think it's okay. You know what? I think it's current. James Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a guy who can hardly find a club, a man who is struggling for a club right now. James Rodriguez will be far better in the past, 100%. Like, James Rodriguez is the perfect case of football has changed. So it takes nothing away from how talented he is as a player, because he is an amazingly talented player. The way football is now simply doesn't work for a guy like James Rodriguez. You put James Rodriguez in 06, in 02, in 98, he's a top tier player in any league. 100% he's a top tier player in any league. So yeah, that's just the unfortunate thing about Dude, bro. So guys, guys, this is the guy that I'm doing a podcast with. Can you see? I hope you can see. So maybe I regret my decision. This is the guy right here I'm doing a podcast with. This dude right there. Hope you can all see. Hope you can all see. There you go. And you guys in the community rep this dude. Amazing. Watched Ted Lasso on Apple. Here's the thing. I have seen clips of Ted Lasso, and it's just not my. I mean, I know people love it and get it. It's just not my. It's similar to like the US version of The Office. It's just not my thing, man. Like, you know what? I'll try. You know what? I'll try watching again. I'll just say, okay, I'll try from the first episode and try watching it. But I tried watching an episode and I was like, yeah, like I just don't like the angle that they are taking. And because I think they make it very cheesy. I think about this is that, look, I think that kind of cheesiness works for like baseball or basketball. Because like, bro, there are many baseball movies I like. Oh gosh, what's the name of that Kevin Costner baseball film? Oh my God, how can I forget? Oh, if you build it, will come. I can't remember. But Major League, I think it's what Eight Men Out, really good one with John Cusack, and so many basketball films that are amazing. Like the best one, probably Coach Carter. Any Given Sunday, you know. So yeah, you know what? Do you know what is so crazy? There is yet to be an amazing football film or football TV show. So the most famous sport in the world, the biggest sport in the world, and we are yet to have a show that fully encapsulates the sport either as a TV show or as a football thing, which I just find crazy. So, but look, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. But first, I'm watching The Studio, then Severance, then I'm gonna get onto Ted Lasso. Um, Rate these strikers first to third: Forlan, Milito, Cavani. Woo! Okay, Mikey. So I'm gonna take them at their peak. At their peak, Forlan, Milito, Cavani. This is a tough one, but I'm gonna. Okay, this I think what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say. Basically, this is my ranking, and I'll explain why. Cavani, Milito, Forlan. So this is and I'll explain why. For all Forlan really had was that World Cup. Now, I put it as one of the best performances in World Cup history and one of the most clutch performances in World Cup history. Like what Forlan did in 2010 is similar to what Baggio did in 94. Go look at that 94 World Cup and what Baggio was doing, especially the knockout stages. That is similar to what Forlan was doing, where this is Kloczinski that he was doing. So shout out to Forlan. But we have to be real. Outside of that, because I think did he play for Atletico? Boom. His big move to United, it didn't really work out. So club-wise, it didn't work out. Now, he did win the Copa America for Uruguay the year after in 2011. But I just feel like that was his peak moment. The thing about Milito is we all love Maradona. We love Maradona, the player. The key thing, we love Maradona, the player. How do you have the kind of season Milito had and you're not one of the first names on the team sheet for your national team? So my thing is Milito was robbed of what I think would have been a very good World Cup campaign. Now, do they beat Germany? Probably not, because it was 4-0, but I think it's a much more of a better game. And I think it's much more of a closer game because you simply have at that time, a better striker than Higuain. And if Milito was a starting striker for Argentina, especially in that Germany game, who knows? Who knows what would have happened in that game? So Milito was robbed off of a World Cup, which he could have been amazing, which I think was unfair. But I just think when you just look at what he did over 10 months in that campaign, and especially what he did in the Champions League and in the final, I've just got to put him over his overall resume and his overall body of work is better than Forlan because Forlan never had a season like that. Cavani, when you just take everything into account, his finishing, his overall play, his link-up play, how versatile he was, Cavani was an amazing talent. And the key thing is Cavani at Napoli. That's the key thing. Cavani at PSG was actually still pretty good, but Cavani at Napoli. And the key thing was when Higuain left, when Lavezzi left, and it was literally just him carrying that attack when Lavezzi left. Bro, this guy was carrying that attack by himself. So I just think based on talent, goal scorer and everything, I think Cavani is the most talented out of all those three. So for me, I put Cavani 1, Milito 2, Forlan 3. Good cue, man, good cue. Shout out to YSK Olod. Enzo would be better in the past too. 150 years ago, he'd be in the GOAT convo. You see, is this kind of stuff that gets you banned? You see, YSK is this kind of stuff that gets you banned. Don't worry, bro. Right here. I'm gonna be. Trust me. You see, I can make some Mexican jokes, but shout out to my guy Abris Fair, my other Mexican brothers on here. I'm going to be making some Sri Lankan jokes, bro. Trust me, I'm going to be making some Sri Lankan jokes, and I'll be merciless, you prick, bastard. Adash, what the hell? Adash, you're supposed to be on my side. Come on, bro. So you guys said nah. No, Forlan, nah. I'm still saying to Milito, bro. No, like basically, Milito Forlan is keep. Cavani, I'm putting him one. I'm putting him one. No, Dash, let the streets cook. They're cooking beans on toast. All they're cooking is beans on toast, man. All these guys are cooking are beans on toast. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Um. Oh, chocolate bars. Twix, Milky Way. Don't make any jokes. Lion. See, I do munchies count as a um thinking, bro? Snickers, no. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Snickers, man. No, I'm not a fan. Um, yeah. So that's my thing there, bro. All right, what else, guys? Okay, let me scroll up to see what other questions, bro. Yeah, you know what, AK? I need to see more of. I've seen a few clips. I've seen a few clips of Dude, bro. But Ran Shark, I've seen a few clips. Boy is skilled, but you know what? You know the thing about this guys is, I want to make sure that it's the guy. Oh yes, it's this guy. I think you know what I said about someone like Cherokee. If again, I don't want to diss the French league because the French league gave me a hazard. Can you take that bowling skill and tesh? We see, because the guy has Salini and Lala, but can you bring that Lala into a top tier team in a top tier league? So put him at Real Atleti or Barca, put him at Bayern, put him at Chelsea, City, Liverpool, or Arsenal. Will he still be able to cook? So if you really that to do it is, can you ball in a Champions League semi? Can you ball in a UCL quarter? And can you bring that Salini in a UCL quarter? Your boy. Why is this guy one of the GOATs? Because he knew how to ball in those top tier things, bro. You know? So and Ricardo, we might have to do Didinho and Neymar, bro. So that will have to happen. And also we have to do LeBron and Jordan. That's key. Remember, guys, me and Ricardo, we have our new thing, old head goats, new podcast. Just type in old head goats on Spotify or Apple. That's our new pod, bro. I'm advancing this before Balance Day. Top 3 football shirts you own. Brazil 94 jersey given to me by my big bro, and it is a shirt from the 94 World Cup. So it is literally from 1994. Totti. See, based on design or just based on how, because the best quality shirt is the Parma shirt. That Parma shirt is outstanding, bro. That shirt is freaking outstanding. Bro, don't mess with Italy, bro. Don't mess with Italy. I get it, Mussolini. I understand Mussolini. When it comes to design, bro, guys, have you seen the state of the Roma shirt? You guys think hold on. You guys think I'm going crazy, bro. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. You guys, don't mess with these your boys, bro. Hold on. Where was this? There we go. There we go. Guys, don't mess with this your boys, bro. Guys, how many jerseys have the name on the collar? Guys, how many jerseys have the name of the player on the collar like this? Guys, this jersey is flames. This jersey is flames. And also, bro, this oops, um, this jersey as well. Um, this basically this jersey, this is probably one of the best jerseys to wear. Like this Roma jersey, bro, quality, absolute quality. But yeah, bro, whoever said mid is on crack. All right, what else you guys say? If Isaac isn't possible, who should Liverpool get as a striker next season? The only one I'm thinking of is Gyökeres. Um, because see, Isaac is going to be like one like first of all, I don't think Isaac is moving, but Isaac's going to be like 150 something. Like my brother sent me a video that's saying that, oh, bro, so if Arsenal gets Isaac, and I said to my brother, bro, do you know how much Isaac is going to cost? But see, this is the issue. Where are the strikers? Like, if you look at it, so outside of Gyökeres, Haaland, he's spoken for Bayern. Alvarez contracts for Atleti. Haaland contracts for Man City. Lewandowski spoken for Barcelona. Guys, tell me, where are the strikers? The only kind of possible strikers you could try and get who are not locked down onto contracts as Gyökeres and Isaac. Like, there's hardly anybody out there that you could even really say. I mean, oh, Osimhen. But see, even Osimhen, that's tricky. I would really say for me, I mean, Ekitike could be that. You know what? AK, that's an interesting one. Highly rated. Not many people are really looking at him, and I think he fits into Liverpool and a slots thing, but because I do feel like if he's got a greater upside than Gyökeres, the thing that I fear about Gyökeres is that this may just be too much hype. It may be too much hype, and I don't think his ceiling is as big as Ekitike, whose ceiling I think is a lot higher, and I think his talent level is a lot more. Bro, look at what Slot has done with Gakpo. So if Slot can do that with Gakpo, imagine what he can do with Ekitike. Girassi, no. No. I'm not really on him, bro. Again, Sesko, I think it might be another hype job. I think that could be another hype job, bro. So I would say that dude, Ekitike. I would also say Ekitike, and also nobody's really looking at him, and I think that could be a nice, like under the cover thing that could work well for Liverpool over Gyökeres. Thoughts on the future of Man City? I'm going to go to the Osimhen thing. I'm going to go to the Osimhen thing. Future of City. Let's see what happens this summer. But now, we love to cook Lep, and guys, the Lep streams were amazing. But this could be, if City win the league next season, or they get to Yusuf and win the Champions League next season, then this would just be, oh, this is a blip. But what has me a bit worried is he did buy in January, and we did not see any kind of real change from January onwards. They still got bent over and penetrated anally by Real Madrid. So, but you know what? Pep has so much credit in the bank. He needs to be given so much respect that let's just cool off a bit. Let's just cool off a bit and let's just see what he's able to do in the summer, and let's see what they look like next season. But I think the key thing, 100%, City's future depends upon the amount of players that he gets rid of. Because if Ilkay Gundogan and Bernardo Silva still pull up next season, then I know they're not serious. I think this is where Pep has to really make a massive seismic change. Like a serious dramatic change where a huge clear out of players and then build for the future from next season. That's what he needs to do, man. So I wanted to address someone's thing. So someone mentioned Osimhen. Let me bring that up again. So why is the title on Osimhen changing? Now, I think that the AFCON harmed him a lot. 100%. Massive tournaments, huge spotlights, and he didn't play well. Leaving the top 5 leagues, even though Serie is a little bit sketchy, Serie is still in the top 5 leagues, just leaving that market harmed him as well. Because it's the combination of underperforming at AFCON and leaving the top 5 league markets. But the talent is still there. Like, if you looked at like his second goal for Rwanda, that finish, I'm like, bro, the talent is still there. So, and what makes things interesting is, put it this way. So the Liverpool question, you can't get Isaac, and you now have a choice between, like, let's say like a Gyökeres, an Osimhen, or even an Ekitike. I'd say go for Osimhen. At the end of the day, if you have, if you can get Isaac, okay, you have Gyökeres, you have Ekitike, you have Osimhen. Osimhen has led a team to a league title. That happened. And he was actually one of the best players that season. So he's got more credit in the bank than most other strikers out there. So I think that it would probably be a smart bet to get in on him now while he's playing in the Turkish league than if someone now pounces upon him. So the talent is there. But the answer to the question is, it changed because he left the top 5 league market. That's why. Top 3 hair conditioner. I should use hair conditioner. So a few strands do grow. So you can literally want a few strands do still grow. So he only wants some strands still grow on my head. So, but I'm not going to answer your question, you prick. Do you use a diffuser? Do you use a brain? How about that, YSK? Do you use a brain? How about do you use a brain? HH. You see, if you want to at least learn how to spell, at least use some spelling thing. HH Stylist said, guys, can you see how there's more on spell stylist? HH's Stylist said, let's do Home Alone Harry. Well, escape. You know what? That's okay. That's it. Okay. You know what? Is it that's I've never put it on. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it back because I'm not fully shaved my head fully bald. I told you I'm proud to be bald. I'm proud to be bald. At least I own it, and I'm not going to freaking Turkey and getting my head burnt to pieces, bro. Shout out to my Turkish people out there. So Turkish people is one love. So I don't know how you say hello in Turkish, but I don't know. But no, I'm gonna keep my bald head, but I'm proud. And why? Here's the thing, bro. We've not actually seen you on camera, so how do we know that you're not bald? How do we know whether you're not bald? So you might be bald. Shout to I for discovery. Thank you to Dubinsky, bro. Let's put some. Oops, there we go. City players with preseason plus Rodri, they win the league no matter what happens. When they do, how will you judge Salah and Liverpool's legacy? Jesus, I for this guy's back again, bro. Okay, what is your proof? So give me your evidence and proof that City players with preseason plus Rodri, they win the league no matter what happens. Like, I'm sorry, I for discovery. We're not going to agree on this. Rodri is not Messi. He's not Neymar. Heck, he's not Javi. He's a damn good DM, but you simply have to accept that this is bigger than Rodri. Have they missed Rodri? Yes. Is Rodri the sole reason why they've been asterisks this season? No. The reason they've been asterisks this season is because they've not scored goals. Has Rodri ever scored 15 or 20 goals a season? Has he ever had 20 assists? The name of the game is scoring. City are still controlling games. So Rodri is just a piece of a larger mismanaged puzzle within City. And here's the thing. No matter what happens. So let's say City next season, they with Rodri and they win the league. Who cares? 20 years from now, all people will know is Liverpool won the league in the 24-25 season. Wikipedia won't say, oh, Liverpool won the league, but they won the league because Rodri, the greatest player of all time, was injured. Wikipedia ain't going to say that. All Wikipedia will say is, oh, Liverpool won the league in 24-25 and Salah had statistically won the greatest ever seasons in EPL history. Wikipedia comes without context, and it is what it is. It's black and white. It's black and white. So that is the reality, bro. That is the reality, bro. So about 10, 15 more minutes, bro. Remember, guys, getting your good questions, about 10 or more, 15 minutes more of this, bro. All right, where we at? We work from Spice Sports Holders. Only if they allow me to say what I want to say. There's like, for me, the beauty about being a YouTuber is I can say whatever the hell I want to say. I can be brash, I can be insulting, I can be rude, I can be disrespectful. I can't do what I do without having a level of disrespect. You know, so I can do it. That's because, of course, the 4-4-2 and the 4-3 and the Gegenpress, and I do think that I ain't doing that, bro. Like, for me, if I go to Sky Sports, I'll say, no, this guy's his ass cheeks. So will Sky Sports allow me to say this guy sells fruit? Or this guy is ass cheeks? Or this guy is a brick? Or this guy is a moron? Or this guy is stupid? No. I'll be sacked and never ask back. But I need those things. You know? So that's the reality there, man. I have to be me. I have to be me. Brash and everything. Show me a DM with defensive record plus GA in history. I don't give a damn. IFL Discovery. I'm not putting Rodri over Busquets. I'm not putting Rodri over Kante. It's not happening. Okay? And I'm sorry, at those Euros, Rodri was the 6th best player at those Euros for Spain. Rodri is good, but he's not this amazing supernova DM. I don't care how many Ballon d'Ors that you give him. We will never agree on this. He is great in his position. His quality. You are talking as if this is like an all-time player. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not an all-time player. I don't care about the win record. I don't do GA. I don't do stats. I do performance. Okay, I'm an eye test merchant, and Busquets is better than Rodri. I'm sorry, he is. And Busquets doesn't need GA or win records. Busquets is a better, superior footballer to Rodri. He simply is. So what are we saying here, bro? Come on, man. The heck? You guys are mad. I told you, man. These stats guys, win record, GA, defensive record. Man, the heck out of here, bro. The heck out of here. 87, I'm bro with you, bro. You see, because I do so much football stuff, I can't go from talking about football, editing football, putting on football content and watching football. So what I tend to do is just watch like videos. So individual videos or like tournament videos or watch old matches. But really, I try and do non-football stuff. So movie shows. So I either watch movies, watch TV shows. I watch films. I just watch film podcasts. So yeah, you know, that's my thing, man. All right. So does anyone in the streets want to explain to him this and everything? Does anybody want to explain? So actually, this is what I'll say to you, bro. Go to my channel and type in Barcelona PSG reaction, and I think it's like basically like the 7-1 thing, miracle at Camp Nou. I think I named it at Camp Nou. Have a meal. I do things a bit different up in this piece. So we want meals, we want drinks, and we eat while we talk. So If you don't like it, all I can say is, I'm sorry, but sorry, roll. It's called a meal and a drink. Anyway, hold on. Oh, what am I eating? Butterfly prawns. Chinese butterfly prawns. Really, really good. So butterfly prawns, and then you squeeze a bit of lemon on it. So yeah, butterfly. Because I wanted to have the butterfly prawns with the noodles, but it would have taken too long for the noodles to be cooked. So I wanted to go question. So guys, I'll be on Twitch. So Wednesday, I'm going to Twitch. I'm going to do like a post match. I'll be on Twitch for the Wednesday game. Abracadabra, bro. I don't know. Atleti, this is their last. This is literally their last chance of a trophy. Out of the UCL, I think they're out of La Liga right now. La Liga is now becoming a two-horse race. This is their last chance of a trophy, and Atleti wants nothing more than to beat Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. 4-4, good into the game. I don't know. And Atleti are at the crib. Barca are favorites. They should win. But I'll be with you. I don't know what's gonna happen in that game, bro. I really don't know. Because yes, Barca got a win in the league. This is a semi-final, and Atleti know that this is our last chance for a trophy, and they know that if they beat them, they face their local rivals in a final. And bro, imagine that revenge that Atleti could get for that UCL game by beating Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final and stopping them from potentially winning a treble. But I think Barca are the favorites. Like, bro, Barca are looking great. So Barca should win, but I think we're going to have a great game. Bro. Highlights of the season so far. No. Before I read that, season so far, United struggling. I know when 87 asked the question, which team has disappointed you the most? United didn't disappoint me. They didn't surprise me because I knew that your team was freaking ass cheeks. Mine is Nigeria, unfortunately, getting Zimbabwe queued, and the deconstruction of Brazil. Still processing that game. Highlights of the season so far. Highlights. I think it's between the Barca Atleti Copa del Rey first leg and the PSG Liverpool second leg. Like that Barca Atleti, just how that ended up 4-4, insane. Like that's where, bro, that PSG Liverpool second leg, that would, like, even though it was only 1-0, that was a crazy game. And just how it ended and PSG winning, the manner in which they won, and Liverpool losing at Anfield, and that whole Salah Ballon d'Or narrative, it was like basically that game just changed everything. Because before that game, Salah Ballon d'Or, it is what it is. Well, we're gonna get the Salah Ballon d'Or. Like before that game, we just thought, okay, Liverpool, they'll beat PSG, they'll beat Aston Villa, they'll now be in a semi-final, and bro, Salah league title, he'll probably get the Ballon d'Or. Boom, but after that game, we're like, bro, now we have a PSG narrative and now in the Belly narrative. So that just made the Ballon d'Or football discussion and Champions League discussion a lot more interesting after that PSG Liverpool game, man. So taking everything into account, that's probably been the highlight. But we're hoping that there are more highlights. Shh. Oh wow. Okay, hey, no. Yes, okay. Can you read? They said highlights, not low lights. No, if it's low lights, of course it's of Mbappe. That is the biggest low light to see, and football cried. Let's see, that was a low light for football. As I told you, when Mbappe fails, football fails. When Mbappe rises, football rises. Mbappe, he's leading the footballing charge. He's leading the footballing charge. So, um, what? What? Plantain chips? Come on, bro. How can that be? How can you have plantain chips for dinner? Um, weirdest, bro. You know we should actually do this at the end of the season. Like, alright, bro. Like it's not even close. Like, but is there any moment that even comes close to Pep showing up looking like Victor Zaz? Like, there is no moments this season, and I don't think there will be any moments this season that will be as weird or crazy as Pep Guardiola turning up to an interview and a press conference looking like a Victor Zaz, the Spanish Catalonian Victor Zaz. I mean, easily, 100%. 100% the weirdest thing this season. Yeah, like, I mean, getting upset by lots was pretty crazy, bro. I mean, if I say that counts, yeah, that's fine, bro. Yeah, I mean, look, man, it is what it is, bro. No, but guys, I mean, look, guys, this is a big month, man. This is a big month. So basically, this month we're gonna find our Copa del Rey final. And wait, are the UCL semis this month or next month? Sorry, are the UCL semis next month or in May? The semis. I want to know whether are we going to get the first leg semi? I think we get the first. Yes, we get the first leg semi. I think at the end of April. I think. So no, this April is going to be real. And guys, I'll tell you right now, I can see Arsenal in the UCL semi. I know people say reverse checks. I can see Arsenal in a UCL semi very easily. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, sure. So last week of April. Yeah, last week of April. I am praying. I'm praying that you know um yeah, let's any last questions before I vamoose out of this piece. Let me take one last question before I vamoose out of this piece, bro. Bro, look, man, just um the best final possible. It has to be. The best final possible. It's going to be Real Barcelona. It has to be. And the reason why is now, I think PSG Inter would be great. Real Inter would be great. PSG Barca would be really cool. PSG Inter would be cool. But the reason why El Clasico would be great is now, yes, we don't like having the same teams from the same league together. That is very anti-Champions League. Except for this. Because you have to realize that Real Madrid, what do they say? They never lose finals. Real never lose finals. Which is the one team that has given Real Madrid the most issues? Barcelona, who've already pimp slapped them this season already. So if you have Real Madrid, who don't lose finals, and you have Barcelona, who have been the best performing team and have always been a bad matchup for Real Madrid, that is the perfect setup. Oh, and they just happen to be two of the biggest teams in world football. Oh, and you have Mbappe on one hand and Yamal on another hand. It's perfect. narratively, perfect final. The perfect final. So, but again, people don't understand, we're not getting that final. Book it right now. We are not getting an classical final. I think it'd be great. I think, bro, that hangers would be off the challenge. That'll be off the chain. But it didn't happen, man. It didn't happen. Or I'll be out of here after this, bro. I thought I was speaking. If there was a hangouts where you could have had a hangout, which would it be? Guys, we did not, we did not have a immediate 7-1 hangout. We talked about it afterwards, but we did not have that's 100%. I wish we had an initial 7-1 hangout. So imagine if, because remember, back in 2014, I was doing this part-time. I was doing this whenever I felt like it. So I wasn't really doing this professionally. But let's say I was doing this like how I'm doing it now, where it's professional and it's like consistent. Guys, imagine that hangout. Like immediately after that. Basically, you know what, bro? Man, oh man, we missed that one, bro. We missed out. Like, guys, what would everyone say? Like, guys, I swear to you guys, I'd be someone else would have to host. I swear to you guys, I would be speechless. Like, that's my reaction that I put up. That was my genuine reaction. Like, I couldn't speak. So if we had that hangers, I don't know what to say. I still don't know what to freaking say. So, so it would have been, it would have been, because imagine having a title that says 7-1. Imagine having emergency hangouts. Brazil just got piped. They just got piped 7-1. That's what, guys. Have we really taken into account what's just that these guys got piped 7-1 at home? Yeah, man. That would have been wild, bro. That'd be wild. Guys, remember, guys, members hangouts is gonna be happening in about half an hour, 20 minutes. Remember, guys, join up, become a member, and be part of the members hangout stream that happens every Monday night where it's R-rated, all real. Become a Patreon member, become a Football Hot member, support the stream, like the stream, and I thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you guys for another Q&A pretty soon. One love, peace out, and remember, stay black. Zad lives. One love. Peace, 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 peace.